Hi folks, I've been wanting to do this video for a while. It's going to be an experiment, mostly just for my own curiosity, but hopefully you'll find it interesting as well. Here we have my entire collection of electric guitars. Quite a modest collection as far as these things go, and modest in terms of price. None of these are worth more than £1,000 new. Us guitarists, we're famous for always wanting another one, aren't we? And often the justification that we use is that they all sound different, so therefore we need different guitars for different scenarios. And that's certainly an excuse I've used in the past. But it occurred to me that I've never actually sat down with all 6 of them and listened to them through the same amp with the same settings and identified if there is a difference, and if there is, what is it? So that's what today's going to be all about. If there is no difference, then I will sell 5 of them. But if not, it'd be interesting to see how different they are. I'll take you through the collection in chronological order of when I got them. So the oldest one is this Godin. I haven't played this for ages, and I sort of feel guilty about it because it's a great guitar. Godin is a Canadian manufacturer. Beautiful sort of quilted top. I got this when I think I was 14, and it was really my main sort of guitar then for years. Did all my practicing and playing all my scales on, and it's a great guitar. They make really good quality instruments. I did a bit of modding several years ago now, changed the bridge pickup to a Seymour Duncan JB. Great little guitar. Next, I've got my Charvel Pro Mod SoCal Style 2. You've probably, if you've watched any of my other videos, you've probably seen this guitar in action, and it's a beautiful thing. It's so easy to play. It's quite different because it's got active pickups, so I'm anticipating that it will be higher output and therefore will sound quite different through the amp. These are Fishman Fluence pickups that give you 3 voices. So I think for the purposes of this, I'm going to keep them in what I normally use them in, which is the vintage PAF humbucker mode. So that's what you'll be hearing. Another one that I don't use very often, and probably I should. It's a lot of fun. The Danelectro 59X. It's made of, what do they call it? Moissanite? MDF basically. Semi-hollow. With a lipstick tube humbucker that you can coil tap, and a sort of a soap bar kind of P90 style pickup there in the neck position. Great fun. It's the only guitar my wife has ever actively encouraged me to buy, so for that reason it stays in the collection even though I don't use it very much. Not necessarily the easiest guitar to play, but it has quite a cool sound, I always think. Quite kind of retro, obviously, and yeah, just makes me smile. So, especially the cola bottle headstock, isn't that cool? Next up, it was the Sire H7 again. If you've seen videos on my channel, you might even subscribe to my channel because of some of the videos I've done on this. It's just a thing of beauty, isn't it, for about 500 quid. The Larry Carlton H7, clearly sort of based on an ES335. It's got humbuckers. This is one of the early models, so the nut is quite narrow, but I really don't mind that. Next, the Squier. Again, you might have seen this on the channel, the Squier 40th anniversary vintage Strat in this outrageous colour with the gold pickguard. And it's just a nice Strat, you know, there's nothing much more to it. It's a Strat, and it's the only one I have. You may have followed some of my videos on comparing this with Sire S3. Breaking news, I did sell that Sire S3. I loved it, I thought it was great, but it wasn't going to get played if it stayed in my collection. I had no use for 2 Strats that were kind of similar. But it's gone to a student of mine, so I still get to see it being played very well by a student of mine every week. So that's a nice turn of events. And then the final addition to the collection, which I can guarantee this will sound different to the others, the 12-string Squier Jazzmaster, what do they call it? Paranormal, that's it. and I'm loving playing this. I've not had enough time to really use it, but anytime I've picked it up, I've loved the sound of it. So that's the collection. How I'm going to do this, I'm going to get a clip track going. We're just going to go each guitar straight into the Fender Blues Junior amp on a nice straightforward clean setting with a bit of spring reverb. It's mic'd up with a Behringer condenser mic going straight into the interface, and I'm not going to mess around with it at all. So no pedals, we're just going to really have it a total blank canvas so that we can hopefully hear any inherent differences between the guitars. Alright, very interesting to hear the differences there, and there were differences, so I'm not going to sell 5 of them after all. Let's start with the Godin. That was much higher output from the Godin than I expected. The humbuckers obviously, but yeah, really chunky. Much bigger waveform in the DAW when I look at the files for that one than a lot of the other ones. Charvel also very big output as expected, but not actually, although they're active, probably about the same kind of level as the humbuckers from the Godin, so that's interesting. What else? The Danelectro, very jangly, very sort of thin and jangly, you know, kind of a sound that's useful in certain situations. The Sire I really like listening back to, that was nice, kind of smooth. Humbuckers, but much lower output actually than the Godin and the Charvel, and just a nice kind of smooth jazzy tone that I like very much. The single coils, of course, on the Strat, the lowest output of all of them, and it's got that Stratty kind of twangy, light, funky sort of sound. Does what it says on the tin. And then the 12 string is almost my favourite. I love the sound of the 12 string. It's so much fun to play. And of course, very big output, I guess, because it's got, you know, each string is doubled, so producing all the more vibrations. But yeah, good. I feel vindicated in the fact that they all have clear differences. Didn't even go anywhere near distortion or effects and stuff. Maybe that'll be for another video. And yeah, we didn't even, I mean, some of them have a middle pickup. I thought I'd just stick to the neck pickup and then the bridge pickup of each. Could have gone even more in depth to that, but again, maybe that's for another video. Comment below, tell me which one you like the sound of the most, and also tell me what type of guitar I should buy next. Hope you've enjoyed this. Subscribe if you don't already, like, thumbs up, all that kind of stuff, and yeah, if you want to know more about a lot of these guitars, you'll find full demos and reviews on most of them, so have a look in the channel, and yeah, I'll see you in another video very soon.